Hello, Tara here. I have been slacking on sharing these layouts. So these are, I think I did a layout share in July. It's now October. So I've done a bit. I've done an album. I've done a couple of Vicky Bouton's classes in between, but yeah, just haven't been filming or posting a whole lot. So thought I'd try and get caught up here today and get some of this stuff put away. This is from, it was, and I didn't shoot. This was a Shimmers Paints monthly kit, and it would be from a couple of years ago for sure. But it's our niece's dog named Peach, and I have Sweet Peach on here, although she's a terror, so. But like everything on here came from that except for the title. So the sequins were in the add-on and everything, and these are all fussy cut out of the papers. No sketch for that, just playing with the kit. And I've been going back and trying to finish up 30 days of sketches from past. So I started with 11. I finished 11 eventually, and I think these are from 12. Some of these are from 12. Yeah, so this is day 13 from series 12, and the sketch was from Shannon Allor. And these are our friend's son and his wife, who got married 2 summers ago. So the kit is Mercy Tiara Adventure Weights, and so it's a lot of, there was Echo Park, Pebbles? No. Did I write? No. Pink Fresh Happy Heart Alphas. Oh, that's what these are. And then for number 12, there was also like a bingo sheet that you had to, no wait, yeah, it was a bingo. So the line that I picked was sequins, single photo, free, chipboard, and vellum. So sequins, this would be a Rachel Talman mix, I believe. Chipboard, oh, I got a little piece of chipboard in here. That would be Cartabella. The vellum, there's a couple of the vellum flowers, and there was more than one. Oh, there's another one. What else was there? Single photo, sequins, chipboard, vellum. Yeah, so glad to have that done after 2 years, which isn't the oldest one that's in here. This is day 11 from series 12. This was a scrap room kit. Echo Park, Good to Be Home. So for the bingo, I had mixed media, distress edges, flare epoxy, pre-made title, and a rainbow. So let's see here. This came from a Not Just for Boys cut. These epoxy, or these flare, are Wild Whisper. What else am I looking at here? Mixed media, distress edges, flare epoxy, pre-made title. Oh, rainbow. So I have a rainbow on one of the flare, and then I think that looks like Heidi Swap Color Shine, I believe, on there. But this is from 2019, so this one's older than the last one, and there might be ones older yet. But anyway, I love that little like the pink against the dark colors. I think that's cute. But that's one for Michelle's book. Then we've got, whoopsie daisy. This is from series 14, day 24 by Tana Peterson. And there's the sketch there. So this was a kit that I made up. It has Amy Tangerine, Rachel Talman, a sequin mix, and then I added in some, this calls for confetti. What would that have been? I think the little gold bits. basic gray. So this is basic gray paper here. We've got some Studio Calico. This is like ancient stuff. And Scrap and Happy Studio Flair. There. There. And I love how it turned out. I did this at a crop, so it's always helpful to have a sketch in my page kits when I head to a crop. But that's that one there. I think it's pretty good. And like I say, that's Tana Peterson. Okay, then we have, this is from series 15. And for this series, I kind of had challenged myself. I had like a, well, where is it? Called it Roll the Dice scrapbooking. So I had a list of 36 items, and then I rolled 2 dice, or no, 6 dice, 5 dice. I think it was 5, right? 5 or 6. No, it must have been 6 because I have 36. It goes from 2 to 36. So, which makes no sense because how could I get these? Oh, dummy. Anyway, so whatever the dice added up to was, I would pick that item and put it here on the day. So for, God, that's a long explanation. For day 8, I had doodling, acrylic paint, and glaze. So this was the Adventure Awaits kit from Mercy Tiara. The sketches from Lisa Sikorsky, and from the looks of it, I just flipped it from the, yeah. And so as far as glaze, I just used some Nouveau Glacier paste in Iron Frost on some Vicky Booten mixed media paper, or whatever she calls it, can't think. And acrylic paint, I had a white acrylic paint marker from, I think I got this one on Amazon. Acrylic painter. Doesn't have a brand on it. I know somebody recommended it and had a link, and I just clicked on it. I'll try and remember to put that down below. And so I just doodled around the edges like messy stitching, and I haven't done that in a while, so that was kind of fun. And that's Bob from, it's either 2020 or 2021 because we'd been out side by side in that day. So then we've got another one from 15, and this is day 20 from Miss Carrie, and 2 little, actually it's probably easier to, okay, so do this. So pretty much bang on to the sketch, other than I didn't really do any journaling. Oh, I better hide that in case you're offended by somebody flipping the bird. But this is, Dave went with his buddies down to the States. They passed this big thing that says KFC on it, and he sent me the picture because he loves KFC. And then they stopped before they came back across the border to get American Kentucky Fried Chicken. The pieces are bigger and they taste different. So I say here, quick stop for the Good KFC. But anyway, so I used Adventure Awaits again. For this I needed acrylic embellishment, twine, and enamel dots. Well, I've got enamel dots. I'm going to have to go back and add an acrylic embellishment and some twine because I did not do that. Not that it matters one way or the other, but to me, I'm like, you know, rules. Another one from 15, series 15. This is, oh, it was my sketch. Huh. So I turned it like a so, and this is, Oh, and this one I do have journaling that I haven't printed out and cut up yet. I do have it done on the computer. I just wait till I have a full sheet and then I cut them all out and do them all at once. So this is called Snow Angels. Oh, I need an @ sign there. Midnight. This was the Celebrate kit from Mercy Tiara. And this is the kids for a couple of years there. They used to go outside and make snow angels at midnight. So this one said to use glaze, strip journaling, acrylic embellishment. Well, I've got a couple of acrylic embellishments. These are from Not Just for Boys. Strip journaling has to go on yet, and glaze I did not do, so I'm gonna have to add a little bit of glaze. I'll add some frosty glaze to make it look like snow. So 2 that I thought I was done. Jeez, Tara. Okay, this is day 22 from number 15 from Kaheiki. And let's see, looks like I went this way with it. So this was one of the kits that I made up. I never did finish that series, the old into new. It was like new product with super old products. So I've got some 49 and Market, and then some really old Boom Pow, I think it was called. Cut out these clouds, and I used this is a Spotlight on Nature die from Stampin' Up! For just a base for those clusters. And then the stars are old Studio Calico stickers. That is Pretty Please, Pretty Please Paper Craft. 49 Market. Oh shoot, I gotta add my strip journal into that, which I have done. I just have to do. And twine. I'm really not doing well here, eh? I thought I had this whole stack done. Okay. This is day 28 from series 15. It's Jennifer Gagnier, Kay's mom. And I did keep pretty close to the sketch. So some mixed media, and that would have been, looks like, oh, it was the Prima watercolors, the metallics. And then this is a scrap room kit from January 2024. Simple Stories Winter Wonder. The wood veneers is Scrapaholics. I was to use twine, I did, and a foam embellishment, and I did. So that one's done. The journaling, I do have journaling for this as well, and it's about how Dave dropped his helmet kind of further away, and so he had to drive home with it's black electrical tape holding it together, but it didn't seal it right, and he was pretty cold by the time he got home. So no bueno. So why do I have this in here? Oh, because I finished number 17. I'm thrilled to say. And there's quite a few from here. Just one second. Okay, so this is day 12, Brandi Jo, and I used some pieces from Not Just for Boys, one of their kits, or a couple of their kits, and one of Vicky Bouton's pre-made base pages. This was a die cut, or a cardstock cut from Not Just for Boys that came in that kit. And I did some hand stitching here because that's what this looks like, right? So I did it exactly like it was. And then I used some star punches to just punch some paper out of some Pink Fresh papers, and just added them in there. So it's Basil cardstock, Not Just for Boys cardstock cut, Pink Fresh embellishments, and Paige Evans embroidery floss. So nice to have that out of the way. I had it sitting there waiting for the stitching for ages, and then I ended up finishing everything. But I mean, it sat there for God knows how long. This is day 15. And there is the sketch. There is my layout. So this is using really old Cartabella for the background and like this paper here. And then this is all Pretty Little Studio paper, embellishments, and just the little title here, or the date is our Doodlebug stickers. So nice and subtle colors for the background, but I thought it worked really well. So that was, what did I say that was? Day 15. This is day 27, and it was Laura Moss sketch. So I think you can kind of see where I went with it. So this is the cat hiding behind a snowdrift, acting like I can't see him. So it's like, I got the eyes and said, I can see you, dummy. There's American Crafts, whatevs. The trim, where do I see? Oh, this trim here is from Color Rush Studio. Maya Road doilies, these are ancient. Prima Sade Crystals, these guys here. And then these black bits are Doodlebug brads. Okay. Then another 2-pager. This one is, it ended up using the same Cartabella background paper because I had like so much of it from when I had the store. But this is actually the Cartabella paper that went with that collection. And so it was a Stacy Donor Tawari sketch, and she kind of has hexagons. I used, this was the paper, and I just kind of cut it out in about the shape of those hexagons. I think it worked nice. I used some Simple Stories foam pieces. These date stickers here, these are from a Simple Stories pad, like the flat ones. And these letters here. So the title is The First of Many in This Beautiful Home. Merry Christmas. And Fancy Pants. Oh, no, I'm totally lying. This is not Cartabella. The background is. This is Fancy Pants. Isn't that funny? It looks, it feels the same, has the same texture. But anyway, and then these I just put a few of those gems around. That's Forever in Time gem embellishments. Yeah, so Christmas, I think, no, yeah, I think I got Christmas done now. All right, where are we now? We are at day 29 for round 17, and this is the first time we turned the fireplace on here. The cat was like just enthralled, like he'd never seen fire before, and he probably didn't because we didn't really run the fireplace at the other house very much. But I left this pretty plain because I don't know, the sketch was like that. The papers are pretty busy. By the time I got on some enamel dots and these little snowflakes, I mean, I tried adding, like I had some die cuts and I had flare, and it just looked ridiculous. Like it just looked better to leave it. So sometimes you just have to know when to say when. And that was Michelle Kent McCants. So that's a nice little sketch there. This is day 30 from Natalie Dill. Natalie Dill. I don't think she uses Eubank when she's talking. I can't remember what her And she just goes by Natalie Dill on YouTube. So it just like kind of a fun mixed media, throw it all on. This is called Stupid Truck. This truck sat outside and I could see it from my living room all last year, and he finally sold it because we don't use it. It's a big dump truck. I added in some like burlap pieces and some brads, and just kind of kept it loosey-goosey and kind of messy, but I think it's good. This was from the Winter Glow kit from Mercy Tiara. The tag, this little tag, and the burlap came from Color Rush Studio. And then these brads are super old, and they're actual brads. They're actually sticky through brads from Basil. They're corduroy. They're kind of neat. I've had them hoarded for some time now. This is day 31 from 17. And this is, and then actually I think I'll save the other ones because we're getting crazy here. So this is 17 done. This sketch came from Lisa Kneo from my scrapbook table. I kept pretty close to everything except her back pages show pretty plain, but I did some strips just to throw this map paper in and these fun arrows. This is from the Adventure Awaits kit from Mercy Tiara. Got some Scrap and Happy Studio flair. Did a little shaker with that's a Shimmers sequin mix, American Craft thickers, and fabric from Stash. I'd ordered just some remnants, and I'm just tearing them up to use in place of twine or ribbon, just for a different look. Like you just tear it, so then you get the frayed edges, and it just you get that touch of color. And so that one's for Jen's album, and I'm gonna let her add in the times of, they run this every year, and left some spots for journaling if she wants to do that. So I'm gonna call that good for today because this is getting ridiculously long. I need to do these more often, and then I wouldn't have this problem. It's a me. So thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody's going to participate in the 19th series of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, which started on the 1st of October. I will link to the Facebook group if you want to join in. And hope you're all having a good day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.